Yeah, right. What's doing? Welcome to the YouTube channel. Yeah, okay. So I don't doubt a lot of you have come from my Instagram to come check this out. But I wanted to let you know a bit more about me, how I got here, what I'm doing, and what the plans are for the future. Because I've got some serious plans this year and I really want to act on it and make it big. Okay, so I don't have a microphone. I'm not that big of an influencer yet. I wanted to let you know a bit about myself, how I'm in the position today. And so going through high school, I actually stopped playing footy so I could get a job at Domino's to buy my first car. So after about 2 years of working at Domino's, I think I had about 16, 17 grand saved up. And I went and bought a 2013 Ford PX Ranger. It had 260,000 kilometers on it, but I really wanted it. It was COVID, we had been searching a while, and that was my car of choice. So over the period of grade 12 throughout school, I spent literally all my money on it. So it was 150 bucks of fuel a week, and that was a long range tank. But I had 2-inch 33s on it. I dumped the exhaust at the diff. I put a canopy on it. I had fridge. I had 12 volt. But the car was on its last legs. So the gearbox was out 3 times in 6 months. On schoolies, and our schoolies trip on Fraser, the wheel actually fell off the car. So it wasn't the best car, but I really liked it. So how I got here today is I then sold that car. I had started my electrical apprenticeship, and I put the money all towards this car. So since then, I've paid this off and turned this into the rig it is. That's my little story. Enough yabbling on. This is the build. For those that know me, and for those that don't, they'd know that this thing has had a couple different looks over the past couple of years. So started out, I didn't touch it. I just did a DPF delete. That was just paying off half of the loan because I did not want to break anything being so young and so irresponsible. But after that, I ended up on 4-inch suspension, which is currently still in it. And I was on 33-inch tires at the time. So I got a couple warnings on my P's for the DPF. Long story short, DPF now has to stay in forever. Otherwise, I get that $17,000 fine. But fast forward a little bit, I ended up on 6-inch 35s. So those are the wheels I had on, and I literally just chucked a 2-inch body on top of it. Now, 6-inch 35s was absolutely colossal. It was pretty big, like it's still big now, but it was massive. Like the bonnet was up here. But it was just impractical. So yeah, it looked good. It got me followers on TikTok, all that jazz. But it just wasn't, it was just big. Like it was capable off-road, but yeah, you get the idea. So fast forward a little bit longer, on Christmas Day, December 2023, I got majorly defected. So I was coming home from Caboolture River. I had to ski on the water, I was coming down a hill, going a little bit too fast. And basically the cop looked up at me at the window like this, and he's like, "Hey mate, do you know how fast you were going?" And I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit over, all this, all that." He goes, "But this thing is ridiculous." And it was absolutely massive. So I got major defected. I had to go over the pits, and this is how she sits today. Legal. So I'll give you a bit of a rig rundown, what's happened, what's gonna happen, and what the plans are for it. To start off, we've got the Alpha 4x4 hack bar. This is the first bar to ever go on a Navara. They reached out to me a couple months ago, and I chucked it on. This thing is absolutely insane. The approach angle is mental, but I love this thing, and I wouldn't choose any other bar. What we're running underneath. So I've got a 35-inch Nitto trail grappler. I believe the correct size is actually 315/75, but these are on a 16-inch rim, which are just steelies. We've also got Dobinson's 4-inch suspension. Sway bars are disconnected for 4-wheel drive purposes. And yes, my CVs are still in. Okay, the rear end of this thing is a bit worse for wear. It's not the prettiest it's ever been because I haven't really looked after the rear end of this thing. So as you can see, I've got a couple dents in it. The tailgate is absolutely mashed. The top of it's missing. But in the rear end of this thing, I've just got the 35s on and Dobbo 2-inch coils. Okay, so obviously I've started a YouTube channel. I've got to put a sick edit of the car in because why not?
Remember, this is not just a story. This is our future.
Okay, so I guess you're wondering what's he yabbling on about, where's he going with it? So the reason I've started this channel is to share our trips, share content, all this. So on Instagram, I can only upload, I think it's a minute 30 worth of a highlight trip of what our weekend was. So the whole purpose is just to share what everything's going on, all the cool stuff, the trips from beach to bush, all the stuff. On top of that, we've also launched a podcast, which will be just Yarns in the Shed. That'll be uploaded on this channel, and it will also be on Spotify. The next thing is also how to work on your car. So by no means am I a mechanic, but I've learned a couple things over my time working on cars, and I just want to give it back to you and show you that you don't need to pay a mechanic with how to do it. It's simple enough. It's like playing Lego, it's just more expensive. So if you like the video, if you're actually still watching, give it a like, comment, follow on Instagram. Just let us know what you want to see. Do you want to see how to pull your suspension apart? Do you want to see more vlogs, more four-wheel driving? Do you want to see, I don't know, coastal trips on the jet ski? Just let us know. So, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the new videos that are coming.